Okay, I have never played a Monsters Expedition. I've never heard of it before. It looks like it's a puzzle game, which is up my alley, so let's check it out. Looks a lot like the opening screen of Baba's You. Okay, and it's similar tile-based. Okay. Also, I don't know if the audio balance is right, so if it ends up being too loud or quiet, let me know. I do like the way the first two puzzles have already unfolded, teaching me about the way trees work. Museum for Humans, scale model. England lands efforts to hide and store museums' collections of stolen property. Okay, great. Okay, so I can flip the logs around like that. Get stopped on rocks. It's gonna be actually a tad loud. I'm gonna turn it down a smidge. Plinth. Monster experts didn't know why. Strangers kept thinking that plintless exhibits were lost property and handed them in at the help desk. Turns out they're very important. Okay. I see. You gotta be careful about whether I'm rolling the log, because if you roll the log, can't recover it. Oh, and it's supposed to be pointed up. Okay, I didn't realize that. It's nice to have an undo button. I like the character in this. It's cute. Certificate of Excellence. Okay, this isn't a human object, but we want a Monster Travel Award for the museum. Certificate is great. Get branching path here. Don't want to do that. Set the island entirely. I see, so the order can matter. It's clever. Human backpack. Humans never mastered basic dimensional design theory. Still not gonna do. Still can't cross it if it's like that. It's always end up rolling in a way you don't want it to. Might not be intended to go that way. I guess it prompts me to reset as soon as I screw up the tree, so the tree probably does do something. Let me see. I think that time I probably could have just done an undo. Probably does involve using the rock and the plinth, though. It still rolls, okay. That ends up being the exact same problem if I start it from that direction. Okay. It's probably true that I have to hit it here first, because there's not a lot of other things I can interact with. Although, let's see. Do this. That might be right. First try. Okay, that's cute. Okay. Fast travel. Well, let's go the other direction then. See if it happens to lead to the same place. This game is cute so far and enjoying it. Should be good. I always like that when you do these kind of like Sokoban like puzzles that very minor changes in the core mechanics, in this case the way the log rolls versus gets turned end over end, really changes the feel of the game. Humans from England land love to queue. That's funny. Okay, so those two different paths to get to the same space, but there's still a central island. That I guess I can't access from here because there are no one tile gaps. Hold on. I think it's impossible for me to cut this tree down in a way that I can use it. Yeah. Maybe we'll get like a teleport there later or something. It's not very helpful. Always get stopped by the stump. Okay. Oh, that's new. Okay. Doesn't come up until now. Still both blocked if I do this. Let me do the easy path to start. I can come back and do hard puzzles later. Let me reset this island though. All dang humans like to send pictures they didn't take to people they didn't like. It's pretty true. That is what postcards are for. It's rock. It's probably necessary to whatever the solution is. Okay. This tree is problematic though. There we go. In case you hadn't learned about binding the logs together, now you would know for sure. Because that gets me a 2-length crossing, I see. Another human museum magic trick. If you put little metal poles around an exhibit, visitors will still get too close and prodded, but connect the poles using velvet ropes, an invisible wall pops up and the exhibits are safe. Different kind of tree? Now seems to just be for flavor. Let's see. Probably need to use these rocks. Plaque. Any information on if plaque felt truthier to humans, even if it was just a guess. Oh, that's interesting. To do momentum transfer from... I feel like this is kind of the strategy of you have to learn what the rules are. Okay, so yeah, I can jump on top of the log and then get to the other side of it. So I've learned 2 different rules here. That's helpful. Oh. That's great. I really like that. Unexpected. And I guess all the rules have been true from the beginning. So it's actually kind of like Tokitori. I probably need to start writing these down because I was really bad at logging the rules in that game. Monsters, expedition. So momentum transfer between logs. When pushing a log from a raft, you can push off the shore. I think those are the main, I guess 2 logs can be bound together as a raft, counting as 2 units long. Okay. That's cool. Presumably we do that again here now that we've learned that that's a core mechanic that has been here the whole time. Yeah, you can push off anything. Okay. Good. Imagine you could have done some shenanigans with that in the first area. So yeah, I have pretty limited options with that guy. Probably from the point of view of... I can kind of walk on it, but it doesn't do anything. This tree seems really limited. So I can either hit it to the right or I can hit it down. Those are my only choices, I think. This one... I did this, that's not helpful. Do that. Can maybe still... Those don't bind together the way I need them to. If I do that, I can hit it into the rock temporarily, and I can turn it up. Because... Oh, I guess I can climb over the... Okay, I didn't realize that. There we go. Human storage rack. Store multiple humans without them getting crumpled or wrinkled. Okay. Really interested in this, like, tree mechanic. It's an interesting idea to be your core puzzle mechanic. Buoyant plastic waterfall evolved in England land. Can't actually move rocks, which makes sense. So this let me warp to the other location from earlier. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll stay where I am for now. Can do exploration later. This guy's already in trouble where it is right now, yeah. Oh, maybe. Because there's a rock I can push off from there. Don't think I could easily get this log there, though. In this regard. So there's probably multiple solutions to some of these. Loose change. Huh. Huh. That's kind of crazy. Some coffee. Oh, we have long trees. How do they interact with other trees? Leech-powered pen. Okay. Oh, the pushing on those is different. I see. Gotcha. Yes, I imagine there's some crazy secrets in this game. But I can't climb on it if it doesn't fully get immersed in the water. It's tricky. I can push it up one step, then push it back, then immerse it in the water. Okay. This game is extremely smart about teaching its mechanics. It's cool. I'll do... Oh, there's still a thing up there I want to check out. Inflatable flamingo egg. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happens if I stack logs on top of each other. I guess I can reset this island once I do that. That's interesting. I didn't even think about that being possible. Yeah, because island reset is independent of what you've done on a subsequent island, so there's probably secrets hidden based on that. Ends up in the same spot. I guess I'll worry about getting up there later. I always end up jumping on top of it. Hey Bucky, how you doing? Another mailbox. This is the main character in a different Sokoban game about snowmen. Oh, that's cool. Jump on it. Yeah. Lighthouse. Lure of a gigantic anglerfish. Okay. Cream tea. 2500s. Tensions culminated in the cream tea conflicts when Devonian and Cornish zealots waged mid-afternoon warfare. And that's funny. Okay. Doesn't get me across. Just that. Just that tree even being there is problematic. I don't know if those are able to bind together. They do. That's fucking interesting. Okay. Add that as tech. Long tree can bind with small tree to make a complex raft. Probably the same here. We need it to be the raft that I can push off from. I think once that's in there, it can't go anywhere, so that can't be right. Figure out what the order of operations here, because it still makes the wrong part of it the raft. That doesn't connect. And I assume I don't have to bring anything from the prior island to solve this. Let's think though, so I can do that. Then come at the tree from that direction, and then roll this over here. Okay. Oh, that's funny. There we go. Now we have a. Oh wait. Huh. Wonder why that doesn't count. That was to make the raft in the right spot there. Let me just remind myself. So if I do this, okay, it's because they're lengthwise stuck to each other. Probably does involve doing this though, otherwise why is that rock there, you know? I think that actually changed the state of things. Yeah, I have to think about the geometry of this game, like how many tiles. I feel like if I get a donut like this around this rock here, I can't actually change the disposition of the log in any way. Like moving it like that, I guess I can get it on a different starting position, but I can't change on what tile it's rolling versus on which tile it's upright. Can't like climb on this rock. That's just gonna roll it all the way over. Oh no, I guess it does get stuck. That's helpful. Well, it's maybe helpful. I don't know if it's actually helpful. And yet that still isn't a raft. I don't know why that's not a raft. Don't think I can make it a raft via... guess it would have to like land on the tree here in order to put it together. All right, that's complicated for me for now, so I'm gonna move on at the moment, but It's interesting regardless. I should be able to just trivially push off of this, I think. Big raft push. Unread books. I want to be the kind person who reads, but this, it turns out I'm not, and I feel bad. Book amnesty in 2025. It's funny. Okay, so interesting mechanics with a long raft. The laundry storage rack, yeah, no kidding. Once or twice a year, a human would clear away the laundry and sit on the contraption, pedaling furiously. Presumably this reactivated the rack's storage power. True. Actually don't know at what point they're considered bound together. I think it only is when we're gonna see some interesting things here where I have to like jump on a stump to jump on a log to jump on another log to get to a specific space to push the trees where I need to push them. It seems cool. Set. Don't really have a lot of choices here. It's not terribly helpful. I think the issue is that I push this down and then it's basically stuck in that corner and there's fuck all I can do about it. So I do like that this game seems to be laid out that I can do the hard puzzles when I encounter them, but if I get frustrated or stuck, there's probably something else for me to work on. I'm sure that that remains true for at least a couple hours before you're really stuck on just the hard puzzles. Oh, this is promising. Okay. Jammy biscuits. Extras have not been nibbling the biscuits. Okay. Assume the rock is here for a reason. I think it's powerful in every puzzle game, but I think it's like extremely powerful in this game. Doesn't help me at all. Probably need to like block it there. Oh, that's important. I guess it makes sense, but momentum transfer from rolling log will tip a standing log to rolling. Okay. Makes sense. Got another mailbox shortcut. Sugar flakes. Okay, that's an interesting thing to confirm. I can, in fact, get across the island by having a log that I can jump down from. It isn't surprising, but... Let's see. Probably don't want that, actually. I have limited options with this side, though. I can roll this guy over, but it's going to end up in the water, which I don't want. That's also not super helpful. That seems more promising. Baron Bonbon Sugar Flakes. Fiber flakes for sensible children. Okay, so this could be a raft because there is a rock to push off from. Don't know that there's a way for me to get it set up where I need it to be, though. Yeah, that's not right. Probably this, actually. Should be able to dump both of those. Although then the resulting raft, I can't... Nothing to push off of, so that can't be right. Can't really get to that guy to push it around if I cut it down there. I can do it here, but then it goes flying off the stage. Which is not helpful. Once this is here, I can't really get it out of there. Well, that's interesting. It's not surprising, but... something I need to push off with. We hit that, it falls over, right? Okay. And now it's in a different location. Can make, oh, I can make a raft like this. That's cute. And I can push off. All right. I do like the pacing of the puzzles here. They occasionally will give you some kind of straightforward ones. I'm guessing there's two solutions to this island. The one going left is more complicated. I can give it a try really quick. I have the same issue that I can't get up there now. That can't be illegal because I can't do anything with that. I could do that, but who cares? Maybe I actually need to bring things from somewhere else to do that. Bird bath. The national sport of one-upping one's neighbors meant the humble bird bath soon evolved into a luxurious spa-type facility. I do like all the human artifacts. It's a nice little reward for exploration. It's not great. Can that trigger a... No. Only a long log would make a raft there. Can't cross with that. So my character refuses to do a tiny hop. Probably involves that in some way, but like... still not ideal. I can like rebuild... Oh, I guess that's actually not the same, is it? Okay. Leech-powered stain remover. Cleaning was an experimental area of leech tech. Okay. Alright, so this is interesting. probably is some shenanigan to do with the rock. Put it back on there, and then I can move it here. Okay. Earliest known perfect looping GIF format. True. Yeah, so that's interesting. I can't do a short little hop on top of that. Pretty useless. That might be able to become a raft. I guess not because of the stump being in the way. Seems likely that I have to do that, but to what end? Okay. Probably goes all the way across. Not quite, actually. Okay, I haven't chopped a tree against a rock before. Doesn't really do anything. Then I can do that, and then that, and then that. Okay. I think actually I do want this all the way up here, because I think I can still push this. It's not ideal. Curious what the order is with the tall tree here. Doesn't immediately turn into a raft. Could probably find somewhere that has better raft placement that I can push off with, but push up here, but that doesn't help either, unless if the small log was there, and I think I could cross. Can kick rocks, which at the moment doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe has a hidden mechanic. Oops. So, to be able to climb on this guy, I have to start from stump. This is probably already wrong then. Try doing something like that just to see what I get from it. I think if I do this, it becomes a raft again. Yeah. But I can probably push it up from down here. No, fancy. Discovered half the objects? Where's Neptune 2? Or the Moon of Soft Cheeses? Or Vorpal? This tree is complicated because I have to knock it into the water regardless. I I can't push a log on top of another log when it's in rolling mode like that. That's not very helpful. Guessing I have to decide which way I want to push this before I do anything. I'm going to be pushing off the rock is what we're here to do. I like how the first instance of pushing off a rock is like a total surprise. You just kind of, they set up a puzzle to sort of trick you into doing it to get to a different island, and you're like, oh shit, that's the mechanic, okay. Can cross. Oh, I can't. That's right. Maybe? No, because I can't do even a tiny little hop. Okay. Wait. Can do momentum transfer like that. I still can't do a slight hop there. So the issue is that getting to this island don't have any straight lines to cross. If I had a log here, I could hop on the stump and then hop on the log and then hop onto the island as like a one-way path, but that doesn't work. Curious though about making a raft, maybe. Okay, cute. This must be making another raft again, 'cause I don't see where to go to from here. There's like a view the map button. Not really. Okay. Probably there is where I ultimately need to go, right? That seems to make sense. Whee! It does a pretty good job at centering exploration. Stinging nettles does not react well to hugs. It's really the only rock I can push off from. This tree I essentially can't access other than to do that, I think. So I can do this, but then the log is inaccessible. I guess I could go all the way around to push it from the left, but I don't think that helps me at all. So other rocks must be here for a reason. It's interesting that that doesn't work. That does, though. Interesting. Okay. Oops. Hmm. There, probably. Iced cubes. Why does they make dinner very soggy? Okay, well, we already had that, so that's probably not necessary. I do kind of like the problem that with the long logs, you can't change their orientation like you can with the short logs. Should go all the way around and then pop you up. I don't think I can push you down from there, though. Okay. I like that you can, like, sit on the shore. That's cute. Important lesson I learned a while ago. I actually can't get that to push in the way I want it to. Only knock it over. I do this. No, it still doesn't help. It's a very weird... I guess it makes sense. I have somewhere to go, so I don't push is the problem. Same issue. Okay, I think I understand what was different that time. Okie doke. Lasagna feral. Okay. Not so useful raft. I do it there. Probably better. We... That won't work. I like the rewind sound effect. It's just like someone tapping a ride cymbal. Satisfying. Really gonna start by doing this. To what end, though? That bounces it too far. I'm going to the other side of that by bouncing off the stump. Not helpful at all, but yeah, there's nothing for me to push off from there. I don't know where I'd be pushing off from this island in the first place, so move on elsewhere. I guess I'd be going south from that rock. Like, or I guess west would also go somewhere. Go to this island to my left. I have pretty limited options on this island, though. Could be as straightforward as just making this and then pushing off. Okay. That is, in fact, somewhere new. A new shortcut. Umbrella. Umbrellas are easily spooked by the wind. Huh. Now, this is a suspicious island. Because we need to do this. Gotcha. Oh wow, that connected? See old paths in a new light. We've been here forever ago. Damn. Leech powdered printer. Or leech powered printer. Okay. I have a lot of ability to move this guy fruitfully. What are my options for this first tree? It's either down or right. Right is a non-starter because I can't do anything with it if I push it right. I can't push it back. I can't push it from here. That's not helpful, obviously. So it must be down. And then once I push it down, I have push it left one. That's basically it. Or I could try bumping into it with this guy. If I do that, I can't change him. Do this. Get stuck somewhere I don't want him to be. I guess pushing him right could still be helpful in the sense that he constrains the movement of this thing so I can get across down here. I still suspect I'm going to do something using this log for another purpose. I think the rate at which you solve puzzles in this feels pretty good too. At least now. I'm sure it gets really hard later on when you're doing all the optional stuff. I probably want to preemptively have that tree chopped down so I can still get through there. Okay. Meteorological optimism. For sale, deck chair never used. Classic. I think what my favorite play on baby shoes never worn. Seen some good ones. Okay, so we gotta push off this rock to the south. For sure what the plan is here. That's straightforward? I guess so. Ooh, icy area. Um, continually impressed at how much design space there is in like the core concept of the Sokoban. I guess it kind of arises naturally out of the idea that like if you have very minor differences in the core mechanics of how boxes can be pushed, you can get like completely different game regimes out of it. But I'm just surprised that like you pick up one of these games and you don't just see a variant of the same puzzle you've seen a million times like you get with something more straightforward like an ice block puzzle, right? Like I feel like there's only so many ice block puzzles that can exist. We've probably already seen most of them. So I can push off the rock, but it doesn't help me there. Telephone box. Doctor Who reference. I sit on the bench. And we got to drink the coffee earlier. It's playing unique music and zooming out. Let's see. Probably, oh, I can't get it from that side. Okay. At the trick though. Oh. I feel very fancy for spotting that quickly. Bird snack bar. Hired ravens to act as bouncers and chase the rodents away. Okay, so really to push off that rock. Is this going to be the first time that I have to reset an island after doing something to the subsequent island? Because that seems like that's going to be a deliberate kind of tricksy shenanigan. Or can I just do this? That's okay. Whee! Playing this game out must have been fun, because I guess it's a giant grid, right? So, like, you just have to think about all of the straight lines connecting the islands when you take rafts places. I think I can push this again after I do that. What it just did. It's not very helpful. What can I do with this top left corner here? Can maybe try get one up there. Hey again, Bucky, how you doing? Okay, I don't think I knew that that would happen, but it makes sense. Multiple laundry rack. Okay. This is right. Okay. I feel like they give you the little quick interstitial islands. I'm sure that those exist to line everything up. It's probably not right, but... It's a future world where humans are extinct and monsters rule the world. Doing alright, Mind Split? How are you doing? That's not doing anything for me. That's probably not helpful. Though, I could maybe push off this rock. I don't have any way to get that log down where I need it to be. At this point, someone would have to put it on sub-block or on my voting system because we played it for the number of hours we set out to play it. Let's see. I keep forgetting that that's a transfer like that. I keep thinking the log is too big. And that one doesn't because it hits the stump before it hits the small log. Okay. Oh yeah, if you check out my channel FAQ, I play games on stream based on two systems, either a voting system where people add a game to my voting spreadsheet and then vote it up using stream currency over the course of months, or subscribers can add a game to sub-block, which is when I play games requested by subscribers for about an hour at a time. We played Unreal World because it won the vote of just playing it for about 32 hours since it doesn't have an obvious beat condition. We already got to that stopping point, so until someone adds it for more time on the voting system or adds it to sub-block or something, I think we're done. Let's see. Don't think there's anything else I can do with this. The tricky island. That's not very helpful. Could be something to do with this, perhaps, but as soon as I'm here, I can't do anything else. Abandon this island for now. It's a little too tricky for my brain. Cat jetpack. Yeah. It's one way to play over 10,000 hours of games. It's usually easier to keep track of because most games do have a pretty obvious beat condition where it makes sense to stop, but Unreal World doesn't really have one. So I guess there's finishing the advanced task list, but... really to push off of here. This tree is really suspicious. Why is this here? I don't to go here, do I? That's all though? Doesn't serve any other purpose. One thing I can definitely do easily. Not so easily. Just cut that tree down from the opposite side. You know, this might work. I wonder. The reset? No, it resets my position on the island. Okay, that there is some shenanigan about resetting your position that I expect to use for a puzzle at some point, where I'll like do something on one island and then go back to the previous island and reset. Oh, cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Let's see. If I can get on this island via different means here, is that feasible? I think the answer is no. I think that's the only thing I can do with this tree. It's impossible for me to get back on the right side of this log. Well, that's not necessarily true. Yeah. Character won't make tiny little hops like that between a horizontal and a vertical log. Can do that. That might actually be promising. Then I can get on the other side of the log after having set this guy up first. Try pushing it here because then he'll get stuck. So I'm over here. I can't do anything, and that log's already facing the wrong way. This is a crazy island. I have no idea what to do here, to be honest. Wouldn't be able to push that. Could do this. So then I can do a momentum push there. Okay. So I can get around it. Then I can push this like this, and then push that like that. I don't think I can get back to where that is if I push it up there like that, though. And that does nothing because I can't momentum transfer there, and it wouldn't help me even if I could or wanted to. And push this guy down. But I can't make a raft out of it from here. I feel like I should be able to either get across to the southern island or the western island. I might need to turn around, but I don't think there's anywhere that I left behind that's like an easy place to explore. So I'm gonna try to finish this island first, I guess. And push that down one step. I do two. It's just pointed in the direction. I guess I can make a raft? No. Raft, they have to like fall on top of each other. And I can't push this guy up any further. Yeah, I'm baffled here. I think I have to go backwards just because I'm out of ideas, out of ways to push things. Let me see what I can find going back a little bit. One of these islands do have rocks I could push off from, theoretically. That would just send me right to the adjacent island, so that's not very helpful. Wow, that's actually really close to a place I've already been. It's interesting. I could go back to the ice area. I think there's still stuff to do here. Travel via monster post. Should make a raft. Garden spoon. Englandlanders use them to poke holes in their gardens. Has to be south. Oh, that's taller than I thought it was. I think that's legal, yeah. Iced cubes. Crap. Shit. All right. Well, let me look at the fast travel thing really quick here. An island there that's maybe accessible. Center of the area is also maybe accessible. Can't get around the other side of that. Still can't cross there. Although the fact that this is all a big circle means I can probably do something from one side of the island and then go all the way across and do something from the other side of the island. Maybe. Alright, I wouldn't be able to push off. It'd have to be like... I think I have a long enough tree there. I think that one's actually quite short. Let me check. I'll go all the way around really quick. I think bringing in resources from other islands is not really allowed. Yeah, it's basically a one-way ticket there. I think the idea is if you start moving a log in the direction of another island, it'll just merge with whatever bridge you made and make a bigger raft, which doesn't help you at all. Okay, well, I push off from here earlier? I must have. Okay. Probably just want to take my shortcut. Should probably be really careful pressing rewind. What do those footprints mean again? I think it told me earlier and I forgot. It's a hint. And I can only see that. I don't have any way to bring up the map other than at fast travel points, I think. Doesn't look like it. Oh, that's good to know. Thanks. Sometimes I press it by accident. back to the island I was struggling with. Actually, two of them here I'm struggling with. So this one had footprints. That push it does. That's not helpful. There's very limited options on this island, so I should be able to figure out whatever it's asking from me here. Might be something like what I'm doing here. Okay, so hold on. Still can't push it down from there. Do want to get stuck there, but then I need to be able to push the other log back up. We try this. It's also still stuck somewhere I don't want it to be. This isn't a send it. Won't send it flying, but I also can't get back over there if I do that. This feels like the most promising arrangement that I've triggered. Can then access this again. I feel like this is what I keep arriving at, though. And then once I do that, I can't do anything new. Okay, let's try to do this brute force. So this tree, if I do that, that is utterly useless, because if I push this up, who cares? If I jump on the edge of it, that doesn't seem to do anything, although it's kind of cool that he does this like animation where it looks like he's going to jump off. So I think pushing it right is useless. I can't push it down. Pushing it up is useless, so I have nothing to push off from. So the only way I can possibly push this tree that matters is left. Now when I push it left, I could push it up, which is pointless, I think. I can make this little raft boy, but it doesn't do anything because I have nothing to push off from. So we probably are not pushing this guy up. I can push it down right away. Problem with doing that is that now I'm stuck because I can't get back past it. This rock is in the way. Pushing it down immediately is probably not correct. I can affect where it goes by fucking with this tree first. Most of my options are unhelpful. Can't get into it from there. So this feels like this changes the board state the most. Once I do this, I'm stuck. I can push it left once. I can't climb on it or push it again. I think this was the island that had a footprint mark on it. I don't know. So guys, I'm not sure if that means that I'm not meant to be able to escape this island, but I feel like if I'm not meant to escape the island, they wouldn't give me 2 trees here to work with, right? I feel like I must be intended to be able to do something here. I'm open to advice on this one. If anyone's noticed a potential solution, feel free to suggest something. Because I only have these 2 trees. You think like this, this is in the right direction of the answer? Do that. It doesn't do anything. I can do that and reset this. I can roll this guy. Doesn't help. I can roll this guy. It doesn't help. I can go like this, but I can't. I guess it is important information that I can push it from a floating log. I don't think I knew that before. But it doesn't solve any problems for me here. Can't push this guy back up. I have nothing to push it into. Yeah, I guess I'm wondering when it becomes unsolvable. Like, we think it's still solvable here after I've pushed the long tree trunk down. I worry that I've already broken something when I do this, but it's also the only thing I can think of that changes the board state. Oh, there we go. Okay. Got it. Thanks. Really hard for me to see that for some reason. Game's definitely starting to get relatively difficult. Okay, so we have to push off from one of these rocks. We got a lot of options now. Yeah, last night we did some board game night activity, and somebody wanted to show off chess puzzles. So they were showing us there's this thing you can do on chess.com where you can just take chess puzzles of increasingly high elo games, and you get like 3 lives, and when you fail 3 times, like, it kicks you out. And when you get to the really high level ones, they're hard because there's like only 3 pieces on the board. You would think it would be harder when there are lots of pieces on the board, but when there's only like 3 pieces, it actually gets really fucking hard. I think it's the same thing. I have that same problem with these kinds of games, especially like Baba Is You. When it seems like there's only like 5 possible interactions, I'm like, oh my god, I can't. My brain is not working now for some reason. I don't know that that's right. Move him around a bit. All the way in the water at that point. That's unhelpful. Okay, so for these trees, one of them... So I could do that, and then I could change the direction I push this guy. But that is stupid and accomplishes nothing, because if I do that, I can't push it anywhere. So I think the tall tree going left has to be correct. Yeah. This one, if I roll a blog immediately, doesn't do much for me. This isn't gonna... Oh, that does make a raft. Okay. I guess I just did it in a different order. Maybe it was... There was still a different orientation on the logs. Do wonder if the birch trees have any different fundamental behaviors. That's literally... That has to happen with the birch tree. Oh, because it could roll over the long one. Just don't connect. Once you do that, that guy's stuck. It's interesting. So nothing to push off from. This sky is very stuck. It can pretty much just go up. Do have all this other room for rocks here, but right, that's the thing I just did. It's not very helpful. Usually I can't push the rock from that direction. Can do that. Oh no, I still can't jump down. Yeah, I don't know. I'll move on. That's a good one. I like that one. Mostly reliable slot machine. 78% chance of winning. Really gotta get up there. They really like to give you these, like, really mean island layouts where you can only hit the tree from one direction. So, is that so? If I have to hit the tree from this direction, then this log is essentially worthless to me. That's not helpful. That's not helpful. That's probably not helpful. So what are we doing here? This island have like a does. So is the footprints icon supposed to mean, hey, it is possible to make a path here from the side that you're on? Is that how I should interpret that? What the fuck? What is the point of this thing? I'm gonna feel so stupid when I figure this one out. Can't be entirely superfluous. This is one of those ones where it like looks really simple and its simplicity is making it like harder for me to try to figure out. No. There's no... I don't think I've appreciated how dependent I've been on a like big area for me to freely move logs around on. It's been pretty necessary to this point. That does nothing for me. There's another island to the south. That middle island? I've been there. No, I've tried to get there. Don't think that changes anything. Well, maybe, I guess it could. I guess the direction I enter an island from could matter. So if I come to the island from here, it doesn't change anything because I still can't. It would be great if I could get to this tree first, but I can't. Right? That tree must be the key to it, though. Like, there must be a way for me to get over to that side of the island. So I can push this guy left and then up. So, otherwise that tree seems completely superfluous. Maybe it requires solving the southeastern island first. Just progress, okay. This one's pretty cray-cray. So I have to do that. Once I do that, I can put it back, but who cares? I can do this, but that's not helpful. Who cares? So it's going to have to involve it being here somehow. Those guys don't connect if I do this. They can't jump over there on top of it. I don't think I have any way to change the orientation of the birch tree here. I can put it back, I guess. Wow, that's a good one. That's fucked up. That is a fucked up puzzle. That requires... Okay, so let me add this to my notes. Some puzzles that seem too simple to be true may require some shenanigans involving chopping and then unchopping tree, basically. Okay. Yeah, and I guess this shape, this T shape, I gotta like make sure my brain starts to see that. Watch for T shapes, i.e. where rolling, let's go get achievement for that. A log perpendicular over another log allows surprise access. Okay, so this is obvious here, but that doesn't actually help me at all. Do have a liner over here. Can I do something with a tall tree? Probably not. I'm looking for more T-shapes since my brain is bad at noticing those. That's also fucked up. That's so fucked up. Hover sofa. Okay. Actual future invention. Alright, so I think that island might be the end of that little section there. So this is progress, which is great. How the fuck am I supposed to do this? So let's try... Almost certainly is going to involve getting to the right side of the island. So that I can cut this tree down from the opposite side. Because once I do this, this tree is dead-zo, and I think it's useless to me at that point. But how is that even possible? Okay, let's think about this tree. Let's do brute force again. So if we go left, we go up. That is unhelpful. We go down. That is unhelpful. We go up. Nothing else to do there. Okay. We go down. Left is unhelpful. We go right. This is... okay. Let's do this more. Let's do this strategy. But now I still have the same issue that I can't get this guy out of here. This still feels more promising than what I've been doing, because I can actually do something with this log, theoretically. It'd be funny if this was already the solution while I was pushing it around here. I can make Well, that was weird. Oh, okay, because it rolled over it. First try. Damn. Yeah, I think that T shape is going to be the death of me. My brain just doesn't see it quickly. The rise in online surgery tutorials and medical influencers led to a boom in amateur heart surgery. Make it look like a neat cartoon heart. Okay, so this is almost certainly a similar puzzle. I.e., get to the tree that's in an annoying spot so you can actually put the thing somewhere more helpful. That's obviously not doing it for me there. Probably going to start noticing little patterns, like parts of the level. These little inlets here that look like they suggest that I'm supposed to, like, push the a log in there, you know? So we can do that. Well, not that. We can do that. Then I can get over here and I can either do that, which is completely unhelpful, or I can do that, which is comparably unhelpful. That doesn't do anything for me. So what else could we be doing here? Could also just go fuck around over here, because this looks like this is easier. Can't get in there. It's not very helpful. I can't climb over that. So this guy, go down here, and my ability to interact with him is pretty shitty. This is useless. That is super useless, so it's probably this. But to what end? That's maybe helpful. It's not great. Can make a little... Oh, another T-shape. Yeah, I'm really gonna struggle with that. I don't know what it is about my brain. My brain does not want to see that for some reason. I think it's gonna be tough because it seems like it's very, like, foundational to the puzzle design. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, so if I could push off the raft, I could use that. So I can maybe do that, actually. No problem. That's fucking useless. Great. You tricked me, game. You tricked me. How dare you? There needs to be a bridge. Can't be a T-shape here because I don't have a long piece and a short piece. Right, because I can do that. This is just this. I can't get off the raft mid-travel. Okay, brute force. This can go up. If it goes up, the only thing I can do is this, which is probably useless. I guess I can try to get this log up there. Don't think I physically can, though. So I can't turn it from there. Wait, might be okay. But then the raft can't cross, it's not long enough. And I have nothing to push off from. Don't think I can push off from a stump, although maybe I can. Maybe this island is intended to teach me that. Okay. Still have problems here, though. Seems quite hard to figure out how to get it there, if I can even do it. Not helpful. That seems useful. Only because it was weird. Whoa. That's fucking weird. I didn't realize I could even jump on rocks like that. Okay. Fortunately, that's not what I need, though. Then can I push off here? Cannot push off from a stump. That's not right. But I did learn that I can jump from a stump onto a rock. This might be the first stump in the game that I've encountered so far that has been orthogonal to a rock. There may have been one other one earlier, but that's kind of crazy that I've played so long. Might be the first puzzle that requires me to do it. Okay, so if I do this, I can get around, and I can push things in weird ways, essentially. It's like I can do this, for instance, which is not helpful. I want to reverse through a reset here. I guess I only get to reverse through a reset like one time, right? Okay. We do this, I do this. Knock both of those over. What does that do? Gets me the stupid raft that I can't do anything with. That puts that in a different spot. I can't roll it on top of a... Okay, that's different. I need basically... I need these to be horizontal instead of vertical so I can push it into the lake and walk straight across. I think that it's probably the way I cross, although I could also cross at the bottom, maybe. Maybe not, because there's no way for me to push it up safely there. Must be why they specifically removed this bottom right tile from the island. That I can't do this, or I'm not encouraged to do that. Let's do that. Lets me change the orientation of some things. Fortunately, that has me walking off. It's not helpful. I think I'm stuck here. It must be another T-shape. But it can't be a T-shape, because I can do this, and it makes a raft. I can't get one to shoot over from where the rock is. I might be ready for a tip with this one. I assume it involves jumping on the rock in some way, because I can use that to push things in an unexpected direction. But if anyone sees the solution, I'm open to a tip on this one. This is quite hard. Don't want that to happen. It is a T-shape. God, my brain is so hard. It's so bad at seeing those. And climb on that rock. I don't see any T-shaped connectors that use two small logs. Because if I had a horizontal log in front of me here, I would need to have a second horizontal log to bridge the gap. Here I would need to have two horizontal logs. With the rock, I could have, I guess, a vertical log above it and then a horizontal log that you roll over it, but I can't get to it because there's still a gap in the water. So it's not T-shape based. I can do that to push it back down if I want to. Once this guy's chopped down, it's hard for me to get him out of here. I have done it before, so let me try to do that. So we want to get you out of here. I guess I can go to the southwest island. I haven't tried to do that at all. Oops. I've been able to push that before. Yeah. I guess sometimes I should keep in mind that it might be impossible for me to get to an island that I can see, right? Like, it might be that this island only has a connection from here to southwest, and that northeast is from another direction much later. Let me try to go southwest instead. Can't push that from here. Push it down there. Oh, the grid may be obscured by the art style. There's a grid option, isn't there? Suggested path. Island hints and friend hints. Are those useful at all? The grid is misleading. Trying to like imagine what that could possibly mean. Wait, did I just fucking god damn it? I was trying to make the raft again to see if I misunderstood something about the raft and then did it by accident. It's funny. Granite. Assume we want to go south. Is it a general rule that the island that is the most visible is the one the game intends for me to go to? Guess not necessarily, because sometimes I have to like push off from a rock is what it actually wants me to do. Ooh, roller coaster. That's cool. Cherry blossoms. I need to go. I'm actually going to go back and study that T-shape I left behind because I can understand the long piece to a short piece T-piece. Just look at it for a second. So what happened was I was able to dump a horizontal piece here. And even though it looks like it ends there, a rolling piece will still roll over this and then land. Is that what you meant about the grid thing? That this is two grid spaces here above the rock and above here? I like that they've kind of coded the grid into the grass pattern so you can make it out without having to turn on the grid. Okay. Also works for very short logs. Hard to see. Okay, so I think part of what I have to do with this game is I have to imagine the gaps between islands compared to the available log space. So here I only have one log, so clearly it has to go over there. And I guess the trick with this one is pushing it over the raft is something I've never had to do before. this one, I can do that. It's not very helpful. It's too short. It will not make a raft. That is a raft. Okay, that's interesting. That's really interesting, actually. Keep your arms and legs inside the ride at all times. Humans are instructed to keep limbs inside the coaster. And other fairground humans for mistaking the coaster for a terrifying, gigantic, multi-limbed creature. It's funny. Okay, so this one must be a raft. Nothing else makes sense. Other more different raft? Can't make like a longer raft, right? That's not a thing. Other more different raft. Does let me go to new places. It must be this tall to ride the coaster. There's gonna be another raft here. Okay. Okay, so that can't be push up because it's useless. It's not going to be push right because I can't get it out. It's probably not push down. It's almost certainly push left. But to what end? I can do this. Whee! Okay. It's gonna have to be up in the corner again, I think. Might actually need the other log to position it, but I think we're okay. Okay. Oops. Scream if you want to go faster. England Lens roller coasters were told to scream if you want to go faster. Okay. You keep barely dodging stuff. Perfect timing. Future Marstead, check the A Monsters Expedition text files for some information about tech. The thing you're really struggling with seeing right now is T-pieces when you have to like make a vertical log touch a horizontal log in order to cross, where you like roll the horizontal log over the vertical log. For whatever reason, your brain really struggles to see that solution, although other solutions aren't giving you anywhere near as much trouble. You're starting from this point, though. You've barely explored this area. It looks like you have two options. You can go right, or you can go left, so you may as well do both. Thanks for sharing this game, Warshine. I like it. It's really, really good. I'm always impressed whenever I play a new Sokoban game, and it seems like it has like all kinds of crazy new puzzles that I've never seen before.